it personal. I'm never holding back. I'm sorry I'm built like that. What's wrong with emotional? Ooh, why we fighting? Ooh, when time is borrowed. Ooh, so let's stop fighting. Let's get back to it tomorrow. Just need a little bit of love tonight. Just need a little bit of love tonight. And everything's fucked up, but let's pretend that it's alright. I just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit of I just need a little bit of I'm the protagonist. I'm not giving up on this. But can we just take a breath? Everything you're feeling, I'll make you question it. You won't know what's coming next. Ooh, why we fighting? Ooh, when time is borrowed. Ooh, so let's stop fighting. Let's get back to it tomorrow. Just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit of love tonight. And everything's fucked up, but let's pretend that it's alright. I just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit I just need a little bit of give and take is what it's all made of. Until I give one smile, no, I'm not giving up. I just need a little bit of love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just need a little bit of love. Yeah. I just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit of love tonight. I just need a little bit of ooh, baby, just a little bit. Need a little bit ooh, baby. We knew we were long gone till we tried. Burned so many bridges to the ground. We were right, but so
All right, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna get this started right now.
tell me why you're still on my mind.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, guys? All right, so I'm gonna do some markups today. Going over a few ideas. Today there is a trade on Euro AUD. I like a little bias. I think this one was much better than my trade on GEP JPY. Actually, GEP USD, my bad, that I had. But I just like this a bit more just because of the structure. All the way down 4R. So in hindsight, yeah, my trade was better, but I like this a little bit more because of the structure on Euro AUD. You know, because we see, you know, a higher low from right over here as well as a higher low from here. Just more structure on it. I love seeing structural trades like that. Tells me, you know, exactly where the direction's going. And then we have some bullish diverges on the bottom, right over here. The reason I'm not showing my face is because I thought you guys thought I thought that you guys wanted like to see kind of like an aesthetic view, which to be honest, quite an aesthetic view. You guys get to see my jellyfishes swimming around right there. Markups are a pain in the ass, to be honest. I've done literally like so much right now. Alright, so that was an idea that we had today. I know some of you guys traded your AUD on that. What's the date today? I'm checking NASDAQ to see if we're gonna go short bias today. Probably. Maybe I'll scalp it for a few. Nikola. This is what I traded today on Nikola. Pretty easy trade, to be honest, just because the volume and volatility was there. But trade in total went up 5R. I closed out like literally up like 2R, most of my size. I closed about 20, yeah, around $24, just because it was at the ADR. But anyways, enough with stocks. Alright, so I'm not gonna do the higher time frame grading on this today, just because I don't have a lot of time in my hands today. So we're not gonna do the higher time frame grading. Maybe we'll do it on the weekend. Actually, no, never mind. I have training this weekend. So this is what we're looking at, what we were looking at on EA today. Kind of a D2 idea, just because, you know, on the 15-minute we have bullish divergence, and then, you know, we're making a higher low from right over here. Higher low, breaks to the 50, retested, and now we continue going down from here. Ask any questions you guys want, guys. If you guys want me to look at a pair, just say so. I'm just doing my markups for today because I haven't done any on Forex. I've done a lot on indices, but not on Forex. Just really choppy today on EA. Alright, alright, what else, what else, what else? This is the old Bears divergence zone, which we would have put the risk reward all the way down here. It doesn't really count anymore. New Bears divergence zone is right over here with these wicks. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Pushes all the way up for the rest of the day, and then keeps pushing up. So today we're just long bias on it. On EA. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's check out JPY right now. So this is an Asian pair. Usually, whenever I do trade Asian session, I trade the JPY pairs mostly, just because I'm really good at detecting it. This is my trade idea for the day. As you can see, it went all the way up to around the high of ADR, which is 5R. Let's see. Right now, we're kind of like going in a short bias today. Let's get the 1 hour. EMAs are kind of long-term EMAs are bearish right now. Maybe we can sort of have like a squeeze all the way down because we touched 800 EMA on the 1 hour, but the liquid 50 is still kind of a trend, so it's not any good ideas here at all. Yeah, nothing really to look at on JPY. Alright, so this is my trade on JPY. Wasn't able to, take the full advantage of this just because, I was just being careful for today. It's better to wait for the retest, Victor. It's always better for the retest because most of the time it's just gonna basically come back or stop you out or something like that. For me, I'm allowed to, just because I've had so much experience in the markets with momentum, with candlesticks, with like the TDI. Like I know exactly how the TDI works from the inside out, and so I'm able to trade initially like the first breaks of the 50, but they're usually going to be riskier because sometimes they're going to just basically come and retest. So for the most high probability ones, like I always trade the retest and shit like that. All right. I'm gonna get a new setup soon. Alright, so that's kind of my trade idea. So I entered once we made a higher low over here. Once the liquid 50 went up in the sell zone, which is right over here. I mean buy zone, my bad. So it's making structure. Liquid 50 went up to the buy zone with the 50-minute RSI cross. But as you can see here, once we broke through structure from right over here, I basically closed it out like 0.4%, which is not even a lot, to be honest. Like it's I don't even sweat it. Literally, like on Nasdaq today, I made about like 2.5%. So 0.04% of a loss. It's not even existent. But I still, made sure that I took this trade according to my plan. And even though I was risking about 0.010%, I made sure that I executed the trade properly, which is exactly what everyone should be doing with this type of market right now. Maybe I should get a new mouse. Should I get a new mouse? Maybe a Razer mouse. I don't really game. I just work. Maybe. I'm gonna get a new keyboard, like a Razer keyboard, just for the clicks. It's gonna be loud though. Maybe I should get a new mouse. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Kind of like this mouse. Yeah, I'm gonna start setting up my new setup again, like in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's gonna look sick. I'm gonna have like 3 more monitors. I'm gonna have like a bunch of stuff, like a lot of aesthetic stuff for my computer. I'm gonna upgrade my computer, even though like it cost me $3,000. I'm gonna upgrade like the RAM to like I think 64 gigabytes of RAM, which is a lot. But I just need that speed whenever I'm like live streaming and just having a bunch of charts hold up, especially whenever I'm using a different charting platform. It's gonna be fun though. I'm gonna enjoy having a really good setup. Maybe I should get a new mouse. Comment below if you guys know any good mouses out there. I know I've heard about the Razer Death Adder, but I just don't really want a mouse for gaming. But at the same time, I want something aesthetic. All right, so this trade went up 5R. Yeah, this massive move came all the way up. Alright, now we can look at using JPY. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, nothing really much. Maybe we can see something in the 1 hour. Bullish. Nope, not even bullish on the 1 hour, which is having this kind of wedge going on right now. Yeah, I haven't been trading USD/JPY much really at all, just because I haven't been seeing any good trades. We're having a little wedge going on right now. Let's look at the 1 daily. Oh my god, too much markups. This is exactly what everyone's screen should look like. Bunch of freaking markups. Alright. So we're kind of forming kind of a ranging wedge right over here on USD/JPY. We came all the way down, made a lower low on the 1 daily chart, but price made a higher low, meaning there's bearish bullish divergence on here. So I don't know, we could see a rise, we could see a break to the 50 and then a rise again, which, I mean, to be honest, that's probably what I've expected. I'm always bearish on USD/JPY, but we've not been doing anything. Like, yeah, we've been falling from here, but from right over here, I just feel like we're gonna see some kind of rejection to the upside. I don't really think we're gonna bounce off the 50 and go down. Maybe we will, but it's just I'm not seeing that weakness that I really want, that consistent weakness that I want. Just technically range from here, like ranges from here and here. So we're probably gonna see a bounce to the upside. 4 hour gives you a better perspective. Yeah, we have bearish divergence on top as price action is rising. You know, you clearly see that as price action is, you know, rising from here to here. RSI is falling. But, ooh, that's interesting. But, I'm bearish right now. I was about to say, where are my drawings? I just think that we're just too overextended. Not overextended, I would just say, like, ranging. So I just took it short right now. I've been looking at this for quite some time. Yeah, I'm short right now. Let's see if we continue to fall. If we don't, then I'll just get out. Usually that's kind of the breakout that I want to see. From 1 minute structure. Lower high, and lower high. Look at 50 is trying to fall in the stall zone. 15-minute is. Look at 50 still slowly falling. Kind of having a hook right there. Only thing that I would say is we have bullish divergence. But I'm in it small, so I'll just add in once I see more of a break. Alright, cool. Alright, where were we? I think I was looking at UJ, kind of like bearish divergence. It looks overextended to me as well for here. Looks like we're falling again. We're gonna break through the new low. So technically, you know, we could see a break, but I just don't know here on UZJPY, just because, like, again, we have 50 EMA, which is our bias kind of indicator, and then we have the 200 EMA. Yeah, we're bearish divergence off here, but it's just more difficult. Now, if we were off like bearish divergence off like the 50 EMA, then I would, you know, like literally like right off the 50 EMA, then that'll be more confidence toward the short side. But we're not doing that at the current moment. 4 hour, yeah, we're making, you know, some kind of lower highs in the 1 hour, as you can see here. Lower high, lower high. Actually, this is not really a lower high. It's kind of rejection off that zone. But, you know, I would call this a lower high. So, you know, yeah, with this divergence, you know, we could see a reversal. But I honestly think that once it broke through the 50 and then came all the way down to the 200 on the 1 hour, I think it's just going to basically continue going up, in my opinion. Alright, so that's GJ. Nothing really significant to look at today. GN, kind of a short bias today. Just literally like a V shape, as you can see here. From like just going all the way up to going all the way down, just a V-shaped recovery. Nothing significant. Whenever I see stuff like that, it's usually just a turn off for me. I don't really want to see that. You're a cat. I guess some people had an idea to short it. Even though there's bullish divergence over here, so I mean, nothing really significant. Made a lower, higher low right over here. Probably maybe a D1 entry off the 200 EMA right over here. Yeah, so it's exactly what we have here. Kind of bearish divergence off the 200 EMA. Made a lower high from here. Another lower high from here. Another lower high from here. So where I would have entered would have probably been around here. on a second high or low. Over here, my stop all the way here. Which it falls all the way down to 2R. With the 50 EMA being in the way, gives you kind of a lower probability trade idea. And then it would have stopped you out right be here. Maybe presenting you, giving you another entry if you take the break of the 50, but not really for me. Blow stop urges over here. And then finally it drops again. Yeah, you could have gotten another entry here. Not really, to be honest. It just rejects off that zone right there. So only kind of D1 entry would have been right over here. Liquid 50 was almost in the sell zone. See what the 15-minute RSI was at. Yeah, it was through TL. Cell zone. Alright, let's see what else we have here. It's kind of an idea of the setup, how a setup like I would never would have taken. You still would have made money on it. I just don't trade these kind of setups. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted. EA kind of has the same idea. Just bullish right now. Euro NZD. Bullish, I mean bearish, but there's clearly bullish divergence from here, from the previous day. So it's been forming divergence for quite some time. So you could expect maybe a good break of the 50. So if you are trading D2s, maybe you're just, you know, first break of the 50. If you actually are trying to risk that, would stop going all the way up to the pin low and then target going up to the 200 EMA, which is about 1.3 R. It's not really a lot. Maybe even if you do want to just do it at the previous higher low, which is technically this pin right over here, gives you about 1.84 R on it. Nothing really significant there. Euro USD looks like we're falling right now. Nothing really significant there. GBPCHF is just choppy. Gold is kind of doing its own thing right now. It is what it is. Euro JPY. Look at 50s in the sell zone. Bearish diverges on the top, so maybe you could try taking it short right over here. Maybe looking for a trade idea here. Yeah, taking your trade over here. Entry. Stop loss at the pin high. On your JPY for a short bias. And if you took that trade, you would have been up around 2R, 2.6R. Kind of like a D2 idea. There's definitely a lot of space to the upside, to the downside as well. GPAUD, just nothing really significant. I think it's gonna be a really choppy morning tomorrow. I don't see anything that I like today. JPY, like, looks like a short bias. UJ, just I don't even want to look at that. JPUSD, this is actually the trade that I took, but same thing, bearish on it. Nothing really significant there. I don't trade USD CAD. Like, I never trade USD CAD. It just doesn't make any sense to me. USD CHF. I'd never traded USD CHF. GP and ZD. We look just kind of a short bias today. This one has kind of a more short bias with the EMAs. Maybe looking for kind of an entry off here on the 50 EMA, which it looks like we have some divergence already popping up. So, yeah, bearish divergence here. So maybe, trying to take it off the first break of the 50. We're still in the Asian range. There's still the upshift here. EMAs are bearish though. 1 hour, what does the 1 hour say? Bearish. Clearly bearish. EMAs are, could be better, but they're bearish. Liquid 50 is up in the sell zone. 4 hour. EMAs are bearish, but the liquid 50 is up in the buy zone. What's something you need to look at is just basically, the order of the EMAs is 1821, 1821 EMAs, or in the downshift. So that's something you definitely have to take a look at. One daily, if we look at that, bearish, liquid 50s in the sell zone. EMAs could be so much better, but they are bearish, and the 1821 EMAs are bearish. So far so good. Trying to have that short bias. 1821 EMAs are bearish too. So it makes sense trying to short it over here. Maybe trying to short it off the first break of the 50 right over here. Shorting right over here. Stop at the high. Take profit. Initial target will be at the initial low, which is about 2.5R. More than enough risk to reward.
If I told a million lies to make you stay, would that be wrong? If I asked you to be mine one last time before you're truly gone, yeah, I would have to hold you. Let our minds connect, I promise it could be true. Baby, we're a mess, so I just feeling so good. Nobody can do it like you. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. If I let a devil like to ease your mind, would it feel like home? If I really took the time to say you're right and I got it wrong, baby, I'm so sick of fighting. Why you hypnotize me? I don't wanna lose it all. You can travel the world, go to the moon, still I follow. Yeah, I would have to hold you. Let our minds connect, I promise it could be true. Baby, we're a mess, so I just feeling so good. Nobody knows me like you do. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. I want it, I need it. A feeling you give me. So sing it to me, babe. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love. Give me that feeling, give me that radio love.
Nasdaq's a bit choppy right now, so it is what it is. I mean, it's small, so I'll see what we do here. GP and ZD is kind of like the idea is kind of going your. I guess if anyone took that, it's off the 850 EMA. Long-term higher time frames are biased bearish on it. Not really anything significant. Like it didn't make a higher low. Look at 50 still in the buy zone on the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not gonna be trading NFP to be honest. I'm gonna be trading indices, of course, but not NFP. I'm just gonna be ready, getting ready for the stock market open, and that's pretty much it. Forex, most likely, like, you know, not nothing really. This whole month, last month has been like literally like the slowest month that I ever traded in a long time. With this system, so it's crazy, crazy how choppy it can get. But usually, like I guess on Thursday, usually Thursday nights, I make a lot of good money Thursday night. Looking at past stats, like whenever the market was, I guess, in a way, much more, I guess, faster and hot. I used to make money like Thursday nights. I would look for USD JPY and JPY, and I would trade that. Like, before I became a full-time trader, I worked at CarMax. That's literally all I did. On Thursday nights were literally like the best kind of like days of the week for me, because what I would do is just basically look at use the JPY, JV JPY, and Euro JPY, and look for kind of like swing levels and just shorting it off there. And it made like I made a lot of good money like time, because it just it went up 3R, 4R, 5R from like 100 pips from the low of ADR to high of ADR, or just good swing positions. So usually like Thursday nights are kind of like the ideal way of me making money, or at least in the past it was. Whenever I used to work at a 9 to 5 job, I would just looking for kind of like swing trading, like swing trading, day trading strategies, not strategies, but trades. Um, and yeah, usually I would just leave it overnight, and then I'll, most of the times I'll wake up with my trade, you know, take profit already hit. Those are the good old times. But usually, like, especially even before NFP, like, even from my past, like, I've been trading for such a long time. Like, even with NFP on Friday, I always traded the day before on NFP, and I always found like really good volatility during the Asian session. But it's kind of like it's strange to see just how the market changes throughout years. Because I remember at a time, a couple years back, 2 years ago, you know, literally almost every single month you would see volatility before the NFP day. Maybe it's just because we've had a really slow, crappy month, the month of September and stuff like that. Maybe that's why we're seeing so slow markets, or such a choppy day today for the Asian session. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. It logically makes sense for this kind of a short bias right over here. Kind of just an idea, but it makes sense to me because it's off the 50 EMA. But at the same time, you guys have to know about we are inside the Asian range, so excuse me, the Asian range. So definitely have to be careful about that. Danny, all I can say is, if you're learning the proper way how to trade, if you're learning a proper system, proper, a trading, having a specific trading edge for your system or strategy, having rules in place, and, a way for you to backtest your system on a daily, consistent basis, then you're good. But if you're not doing any of those things, then I would not recommend doing anything else from a trader's perspective. At least whenever you're trading forex, you can get away doing that whenever you're trading stocks if you're a really good trader and you have experience, but not in forex. Forex is just too technical based to be slacking around with that. So for me, this makes sense. On a short bias, it really makes sense. I I don't know if it's gonna go all the way down to the previous low, but I definitely think it has potential for a good enough risk to reward. Maybe off this level right over here. But it logically makes sense to me. Higher time frames are bearish, and it's off the 50 EMA with the liquid 50 being in the sell zone on the 15 minute, and it's not like doing anything crazy, which is telling me that watch out. But yeah, it is kind of like going on a little incline as you can see here. Um, but usually, from from my experience on this kind of a level, we'll probably see maybe kind of a lower high on liquid 50. Whether this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, doesn't matter. Now we're on the 21 EMA, so let's see what we do here. We're gonna break out here on the 15 minute. Oops. Oh, we're trying to break out here. Oh, we finally broke out there. Let's see if we can actually try holding the TL. And a lot of people don't underestimate the TDI. And TDI is like your best thing ever. I'm involving systems based on the TDI. TDI is the best thing ever. You have to definitely look at what the TDI is doing. So right now, RSI is trying to hold through the TL. We want to see you break off the TL, and then hopefully break off the liquid 50 eventually. But TL and 21 EMAs are correlated. Liquid 50 and the 50 EMAs are correlated. Like boom, I just gave you like the best tip that no one has ever taught anyone in ASFX. They're all correlated. Just based on my experience, based on my back testing. Essentially, once you see a good break on that, that's a good indication for a more directional bias, whatever the direction is pointing. So for right now, the direction is bearish on it. No, so I trade forex, Danny. I don't do anything with bonds or anything like that. I get my directional bias based on the system rules and the system I have in place. So just looking at the higher time frames, looking at the intraday chart, looking at divergent zones, divergent lines, looking at just basically the confluence and probabilities of the direction, and I just basically look for that. I wonder if it'll hold this level or not. I think we are going down. I don't see any bullish divergence on the intraday chart. Let's look at the 1 hour. It is oversold, yes, on the 1 hour, but nothing really significant for like bullish divergence or anything like that. So I think we are going down today. I think this thing is it's gonna be pushing down. Only reason I'm not giving away my systems is because my systems are not fully back tested. So, and they have, a couple edges in place already for them. But not many people can become profitable with my systems because of how fast it is, and it just requires experience. I can't really talk about it because you need to have a lot of experience with indices. Like I spent over more than thousands of hours back testing my systems, and even like thousands of hours. I'm not like I know for a fact that it's not 100% profitable whenever we have ranging markets or whenever we're in bearish markets. Not bearish markets, my bad, but just ranging markets and choppy markets. Looks like we're falling right now. Looks like we're finally trying to break through here on the TL and the 21 EMA. But yeah, maybe I'll talk to Austin. Maybe we can reveal kind of the beginner strategy that we teach in the ASFX courses. Maybe I can reveal that. But with my systems, I'm not revealing that. Especially, I don't know. Like I know if I give my systems out, maybe people will make money on it consistently. But at the same time, I don't want people to lose money because of that. Because it is hard to just be, especially with stock markets. Like I'm creating systems for stocks. Sometimes it's just really hard to find that momentum and trade that momentum like really fast. With scalping, with my scalping system, like the maximum, like the minimum that I've ever been in the trade has been like what 10 seconds, which is quite fast for a lot of people. All right, so looks like we're pushing down on GP and ZD. I think it's just gonna go down from now. We didn't see kind of like structure build or any kind of indication or like a retest of the 50, but with the momentum pushing it down and the liquid 50 almost being in the sell zone right now, I really do think that we're gonna continue going down from here. But yeah, really good kind of a trade idea that we had today for the Asian session. I think this is the best idea that I could come up with the higher time frames being bearish, and kind of coming from a swing high perspective. Um, Technically swing low in the higher time frames, but swing high in the intraday chart. It makes sense to me. Initial target will be over here, so we'll see what we do here. Look at that momentum just pushing now. So we'll see what we do here. Currently, if you took that trade, you would be up like around 0.6 R. Ooh, it's pushing down hard. I wonder if anyone here in the AceFX took that trade. Yeah, I don't trade naked forex. There's no edge in naked forex. There's no initial. Sure, I've learned a lot from naked forex for like candlesticks momentum, but there's no edge. Which for me, there has to be an edge in a system or a strategy for you to make consistent money. Not just short-term money. Anyone can make money short-term. They could just draw a zone and then just shorting it off the zone to zone, like it's easy, too easy. Thing that I want, like I've been trading for 3 years and I've made money. I remember I made $1,000 in a day. I was like, oh my god, I'm such a good trader. False. Just because you make money on a short-term basis doesn't mean you're going to be consistently profitable long-term. Like I've had $100 days, $500 days before I joined the AceFX, with like my systems and my strategies. Doesn't mean I was consistently profitable long-term. That's why having an edge is such an important factor whenever it comes to trading. It really is. Like look at like professional traders like Joseph. I love Joseph. He's one of Austin's friends, but I'm pretty sure everyone follows him on Instagram in ASFX. But look at Joseph. Like all his strategies and systems have an edge. That's what he's maintaining. That's why he's been able to maintain profitability on a long-term basis, just because he has an edge. Even people who don't really realize have an edge, like trade consistently and profitable, they don't realize they have an edge, but they actually do have an edge. Like for example, like my cousin, he trades stocks based off his strategy, um, and basically like, he says he doesn't have an edge, but technically he does have an edge because he uses a way to basically look at all the intraday time frames, 1 hour, 1 minute, 15 minute, 1 second, 8 hour, 4 hour, and basically just look for the support on all those time frames and then trading off that support. So his edge would be, analyzing more than multiple time frames, like 24 time frames at once, and looking at the support and buying off that support or resistance, or selling it off that support and resistance, which is an edge. Not many traders do that, looking at 24 time frames at once, and determining basically the bottom or top on that. So for him, he can kind of basically predict, not technically predict, but predict basically the top and bottom because he's looking at multiple time frames for that support and resistance based on his moving averages. He does it really effectively too. Like freaking makes a killing on Nasdaq. But anyways, guys, I think this is gonna be it for today's session. Just basically did some markups. Had an idea on JP NZD, which right now it's falling right now. So I'll let you guys know on Instagram to see what we do here on JP NZD. I really think that we're gonna fall all the way down to the initial target, which is 1.93523. Just because I think that it just makes sense logically. From that swing high, swing low in the higher time frames. Liquid 50 is up in the sell zone. Higher time frames are bearish. There's no like bullish divergence for me indicating that we're gonna make like a higher low from these levels. So for me, it makes logical sense that we're gonna continue going down from here. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. For today's little session, it's 8:33, so I gotta eat some dinner before I head out to sleep. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a freaking awesome night, little good session wherever you are, anywhere you are in the world or whatever. So tomorrow I'm probably not gonna be trading any forex just because like looking today, like I didn't see any good pairs, any good kind of things that I wanted to see. So probably no trades tomorrow in forex. I don't know if I'm gonna be waking up late, but usually like I try to live stream every single morning, so I'll try to wake up at 5 a.m. CST, but I probably will not be trading at all. But yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome freaking night / morning or afternoon wherever you guys are. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, or for some of you guys in a couple of hours for the London session and New York session trading. And yeah, hopefully you guys have an awesome freaking night, morning, or whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow, alright?